Hey, what's up YouTube? How y'all doing? It's your boy Xombat here with another video. I know this is a bit late, but you can probably tell by the voice, which is going to be cutting out a little throughout this video, because I got hit with the flu or the cold, I'm not sure which one, but thankfully I'm at the end of it. I'm definitely recovering. The voice is still a bit gone, but you know, I definitely am feeling better. So, I know the voice sounds rough, but it's definitely better than it is, so don't worry too much about the voice, but I hope y'all been well. That's kind of why I haven't been uploading, but you know, but why not bring you guys this Conan guide? I'm feeling a bit better. And yeah, let's get straight into it. Hope y'all been well. Trust me, I want to upload way more videos, but I got hit with this this sickness out of nowhere. So yeah, it's been rough, but we're definitely getting better. So hope y'all doing well. But yeah, let's get into it. So Conan, right off the bat, my first impression, he is a footsie character. Like his whole game plan essentially is to just play footsies. Like his buttons, he doesn't really have mix. He has pressure strings, buttons. His combo routes are decent. He's very average to me. My first impression, he's just average, to be honest. He has great buttons, you know, he has good armor. So the key things I've noticed that are good, his buttons are great, his armor is great. What else? His damage is decent. It's not the best, not the worst. Combo routes are okay as well. Fatal blow is decent. He's just really decent to me, you know, but he does have some weaknesses, which is why I don't think he's like really good just off first impression, but I also don't think he's really bad. So I'm gonna be breaking him down as always. And yeah, as always, let's get into the buttons. So, well, actually no, before I do that, the ranges you want to be playing this character on at is definitely like here. Like he is up close to mid range 100%. You don't really want to play him here because he doesn't really have projectiles like that unless you're running a cameo. So this range, or in here, is like where you want to play. I'd say mainly this range. Not really like close up, but like medium. His buttons are like, this is the perfect range for him. You know, he can hit you with this, he hit you with that. So this range is really where you want to play him at. Because you're able to, you know, abuse your buttons from this range, as well as still be close to them without getting zoned out too far. But yeah, let's get into the buttons. So his first main button, and this is honestly, this button is probably, it could be his best button, but I actually think it's the best stand one in the game. This stand one is 7 frames, meaning it's the same as every other stand one in the game. But if you look at the range on this, this range is insane. For a stand one to be, for a 7 frame button to go this far is, this is why I label him as like a neutral strike throw character, because his whole purpose is to play neutral and just grab you, you know, like that's his whole purpose. But his neutral is very strong. For this to be your 7 frame standing button, meaning anytime you think, oh, well, they're gonna move, and this thing's for combo, by the way, like his stand one is ridiculous. So we have stand one, the safe -4, full string is -7. I'm pretty sure it's a gapless. So this string right here, definitely like your go-to check string, as well as punish probably. Now back one is a great, advancing high. This is kind of similar to if I had to compare this bond, this is like, what else has a bond like this in this game? This is honestly like Johnny's Ford 1, except it goes way farther, as you see. So if you want a button, and it's 11 frames, if you want a button to like catch a backdash, so let's say I read the sector is gonna backdash, I can do that, right? So catch that backdash, and then full combo as well. So back one, right off the bat, stand one, back one, amazing buns. Back one, two, completely safe on block. Gapless, so she can't armor, -3. Full string is -6, but the last hit has an armor gap. And obviously the mind game is do this, block, punish. So as you see, like already here, these top button / strings are amazing. Down one is pretty good. Not really. It's just a good down one. Punishes down ones. There's the main thing you want in a down one, so that definitely doesn't lack there. Stand 2 is a decent bun too, 10 frame high, that goes pretty far as well. But I feel like, honestly, if it's a high, the reason 2-2 is -7, and the full thing leads to a grab. Like right there, that's a throw. But it does have a gap, obviously, the full string -7. But I don't really use this a lot. When I've been playing them, I mainly use either stand 1, back 1, or the string I'm going to show you after this. So yeah, 2, 2, 2, like this button and this string, I don't really use much. I think this is more of like a combo route type of string. Back 2, kind of like a charged, like it's just like an Injustice back 3, if you guys remember. It's like a launcher. This is only really useful if you have like a cameo freeze. So if I do like, for example, if I'm running Chameleon, I'll do bam bam bam. So it's kind of just like a, you know, like a freeze stun state. You can cancel it. Actually no, you can't cancel with a dash. But you can cancel it similar to Rain's grab, Rain's forward 3. You do back 3 and then grab. But I'll be honest, you don't really use the button pressure. You're just using combos. Now forward 2, this is your main mid. And this mid is ridiculous. So obviously already he has the best stamina in the game, a great high. He has a great advancing high. Now he has an amazing mid. This is 14 frames, but the range on it is kind of ridiculous. As you see how far that hits, that is probably the farthest reaching mid in the game, other than maybe like Raico's back 3. So yeah, range is amazing. Unfortunately, the string does have a gap in it in the second hit, so you can't do it safely, which is a big flaw. But you can try to bait it. So I mean, there I did a cancel, which I'll talk about. But you know, obviously you can stagger if you think they're gonna armor and punish. So you know, for example, man, punish. So having a gap in the second hit is definitely a flaw. So you can't just commit to it, but you know, you can get around it. 4-2 and 1-1. Let's say they don't armor the gap. This is fully safe. It's -6. Fully hit confirmable, so if they get hit, full combo. Now he has forward 2 1 1 4. This string is actually plus on block. It's +2. But it does end in a high. So you know, if I'm playing sector and I read that you're gonna do that, I can just duck here and full combo. But you can stagger it, and there are mind games to it, which I'm gonna talk about. So don't worry. Now when it comes to his down 2, I'll be honest, not the best anti-air. It's okay, but it's not really the best anti-air. Really, you're gonna be spacing people out with his anti-airs. With stand 1, you're gonna be using up block a lot with this character, to be honest. And then you know, forward 2 also anti-airs from a range, as you see. So yeah, he doesn't have the best stand 1 like point blank, but it's a good range anti-air. Same with forward 2, and down 2 is decent. So those are anti-airs. Stand 3 3-2. This is also a high. This is like a weird string. This is gapless -4. Full string actually ends in overhead. It also has a gap, but the overhead is +4. So they, you know, if they forget, it's +4. But the problem with this string also is you can unblock it. So, you know, that string, it's okay. Like, there's a lot of counterplay to that string. Not really going to be using that as much other than just throw them off. But yeah, it's okay. Back 3 is a bond you can cancel. This is similar to back 2, except you get like a big boot full screen. So you can kind of use it as like a mind game. They're going to get hit. Cancel into a grab. You can also cancel it into a grab like rain. Just like rain does. Or you can just cancel it and then grab. This is actually decent to throw out. If they're waiting for you to do a string, you just throw this out real quick. It kind of like you know, scare them. You get like a free grab. Now floor 3-3, this is a 22 frame high. Now this string is actually pretty good on its own. 4-3-3-2 is an overhead. That's completely safe. It does have a gap, but you know, the overhead is neutral on block. If they flawless block though, which it is kind of hard to flawless block, it's just slower. So you can also all block it. So you don't really have to flawless block. But the mind game here is you have 4-3-3-4, which is a safe -7 launcher. So that's the mind game. But you're not really gonna be doing this string on block because it starts with 22 frame high. So it's kind of like, you know, trying to use this in pressure is like kind of rough. This is like kind of a combo string. So like if I'm doing like maybe I hit you with this. Now I'm not in the range to get back to. I'll do this, right? And then this is like your main mirrorless launcher string. And yeah, that's what that string is for. Down 3, decent poke. Now his best poke other than that one is down 4. This poke reaches really far. And it's completely safe as well. So nobody can punish it. It's -5. And you see how far it goes. -5 goes that far. Great poke. His sweep is also really good. So you see, like, he doesn't lack in the range department at all, which is why I say you have to play him here. But I'll get to his weaknesses when I'm done pretty much explaining his buns. 4-2, another high. This has a command grab at the end. It's an armor gap, just like a string you can throw out there for a mind game as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all his buttons. Now, his air strings, you're mainly using 1, 2, 3 for your main launcher, and for combo enders, you're gonna do 2, 2 into a special move, which I'll get to. But yeah, those are all your buttons and your air strings for the most part. All your strings, buttons, I'm using. So yeah, main strings you're gonna be using are 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Back 1, 2, back 1, 2, 2. This is your main mid string, 4, 2, 1, 1. And yeah, these are basically the main buttons you're gonna be using neutral. Now this is advancing high to catch people backdashing. This is a stand 1 to just check people. And this is a great mid to check people not blocking as well. Yeah, best button, stand 1, back 1, and 4, 2. Down 4, great bun as well. Down sweep, great bun. And yeah, those are basically his buns and strings. So let's get to the special moves, because he does have a lot of them, and they kind of make him up. They kind of complement each other with the buns and strings. So the first thing he has is a parry. Actually, a very strong parry. The recovery on it is not that harsh. It's 19 frames, so you could get punished if you get baited. You know, if I like think Conan's gonna parry and I wait, I could punish him. But you see, like, I gotta be on point. It doesn't parry lows, but it parries grabs. And then parry strikes. So just like Johnny's parry. Now this parry actually gives you a huge combo. Like, the hit stun on this is kind of ridiculous. As you see on the bottom, it's plus 100. What is it again? Hold on, let me see. That's 122. So if you parry somebody with this is no bar, by the way. You get fully charged back to it. And you see how far that goes? How like high they get. So you do Bam. If I could do it. Bam. Then you can do your combo strings there. For example, right? For a meterless parry to have that much hit stun is kind of crazy. So his parry is great. And 9-frame startup as well. So great parry. He has a projectile reflect. So if Sector shoots this, for example, it'll reflect it. If I EX it, well, that Sector doesn't do anything, but if I do this one, I reflect it to the air. If I do the EX version, I reflect it right back. So decent reflect, you know. Has some startup to it, so not the craziest, but decent. He has an air sky drop, so if you just want to throw this out, it's kind of safe. So if they're not expecting it, you can instant air like that. Get like a free overhead. But if they do up block it, it is punishable. So this is kind of a combo string ender. Kind of like your combo ender that I've been using for the most part. So you don't really use that in block pressure as much. Down back 2, this is a combo extender. So if I do like my combo route after your 1, 2, 3, which I'll get to when I do combos, you're pretty much gonna do down back 2 every time. So that's just kind of a combo extender. So yeah, that's pretty much what that is. Down forward 2 actually has armor. This is his first armor move. And this is if you hold square when you do this, it gives you the sky drop that you get with the normal special. So you kind of get like a knockdown. But if you do have a cameo, actually, let's say I have Melina, get an armor launcher. I can do that. Bam, bam, bam. So, armor. So yeah, let's say Sector wants to grab me. Get armor. Get armor launcher. So yeah, pretty decent armor. It is unsafe on block. So if they do the armor, it's punishable. You could actually do the other, like the extended version, but you can just dash under it and just OS the armor in general. So pretty much unsafe for the most part. And then after that, you got oh wait, wrong character. After that, you got this is another armored move. This actually has 2 hits of armor at the start. Now this is an overhead, and it's plus on block. And you can also cancel this. So like I showed earlier when I did forward 2 cancel, this character is neutral based. He's a strike throw character, meaning he just wants to, you know, hit you with a mid or grab you, and he's also a cancel character, so you can cancel pretty much any button into this run. Now the problem is every single one of these cancels is unsafe. That's kind of the problem with the cancels. The mind game though is that he doesn't have to cancel it and he can let it go. It's a +1 overhead, but if they read that, just unblock, you know, because it's an overhead. The mind game is if I read you up blocking, then I do, you know, do bam, bam, cancel, up block, punish your up block. So that's kind of how his pressure works in a sense. You know, he's like, obviously he has the main buttons, you can end the strings, or you can just, so like for example, this string ends in the high, you can end it in overhead. But if they read that, they can unblock that, and if they read the high, they can duck it. You can also cancel, and if they read the cancel, you're actually still punishable. So if I do this into cancel, if I can get the input, I just see the cancel is minus 13. So let's say I read the cancel. That sector. Full punish. And that's kind of the annoying part about this character is that like most of his options are punishable. But at the same time you are guessing between 3 options here. Which is +4, +2 high, +1 overhead. I can cancel it in general, or I could just stagger it. Or if I have a cameo that makes things safe. For example, remember the reflect move that I talked about? There's actually like Scorpion's chain spin. So you do it on block. So if I have like, you know, Katana for example, I can also do that. So there's mind games to it. So while his options are punishable, he does have a lot of them, so it's not the worst. But yeah, this armor is great. 2 hits of armor on the start. Now like I said, they can unblock it, so you can't just kind of play brain dead. They can also check you for doing this, but it's kind of hard. You know, they can unblock it, so you don't really want to play too brain dead with that. Mind game is you can unblock. Punish, right? So, great armor. You don't get a combo from it, but it's a great armor in general. Aside from that, he has... Now, let me rephrase. This attack and this are the same thing. It just has a different animation based on the range you're at. So if you're up close, he does that. If you're here, he'll do that. So, pretty much the same thing. Just looks different. Back forward 4 is also armored. This is minus 17. Are you doing a combo with this? Most cameos. So if I'm doing Melina and I do this, I can bam, bam, bam. But I'll be honest, it's not as good. Like if you're gonna armor, this is already unsafe. If you're gonna armor, I'd rather just do like this. But I mean, it's there. It's a ranged armor, so depends on the cameo you're using. I think like with other cameos is better. With Kano knives, you can jail it. So you know, depends on the cameo you're using. But yeah, that's also armor. So 3 armor moves, and they're all pretty decent in their own way. Now he has like a Jason Voorhees type resurrection when you're at 30% and lower. Actually put this bluff thing on you, which is down back L2. And yeah, you're pretty much, if they hit you, you die, come back to life for like, I think, like 5% health or something. So, not the best, but you know, it's just there. A resurrection never bad to have, so he has one. And this is actually a funny move he has. He could throw his cameo. Now the startup is horrible, I'm not gonna lie. It's 52 frames. But, no, it's +4. If they do manage to get hit by this. It's actually +64 on hit. Meaning you get to go in for free. You also get a save jump, so he has kind of a projectile. This is his only projectile. So it's not the best, but it is what it is there. You know, these 2 moves, they're here, so and they're not bad. But yeah, that's pretty much the character. He is, like I said, neutral based. So you're playing this range. He has cancel pressure. You can cancel any bond into a cancel, and then try to play a grab mind game. Or you can let the cancel go, give +1. So that's +1. I could do +1. They're expecting that cancel grab. If I read the up block, so that's pretty much his pressure game. And aside from that, his neutral is just great. Now his weaknesses, as you can probably already tell, he gets zoned out like crazy. Like, for example, Sector. This character probably kills him, unless you just do like this. But a good player will definitely like stop you from doing that in a way. But yeah, his main weakness so far, keep away, is very hard for him to deal with. Like I said, his only projectile is this, and this projectile is, I mean, it's okay, you know. Like this is me trying to throw it against Sector. So, and if you mess it up, by the way, you gotta wait because your cameo. You see how, you see how your cameo goes on like a 1 second cooldown? So there's actually you know, there's kind of a drawback if you mess it up. But yeah, his main weakness definitely gets zoned out. But aside from that, I feel like it's kind of hard for him to open up people because he doesn't really have mix. All he has is like straight hits. Like if I hit you with this, I go full screen, right? So like let's say I'm Sector and I don't care about you doing this. I'll just swing every time, and if you manage to do this, I just go full screen. So like, what's the threat to me? You know what I mean? So like his pressure is okay. He has to chase you the whole time. That's why I say he's very average to me. He has some good tools, but he doesn't look crazy. His best cameos, in terms of his combo routes, and this is another kind of issue with him. He's very meter intensive. Like if he doesn't have a cameo, he has to spend 2 bars just to launch you. So if I do this is my combo with no bar. That's my BNB. If I want to spend bar, I have to do this. So this move can be cancelled into another move, but it takes 2 bars. So you have to EX this first. So you see how that's 2 bars? Now if I have cameos, then I can do mirrorless routes. So if I have Melina, for example, I can do this. And then, you know, do that part. Bam. And I can do J-Glaive. That, bam, combo. So decent damage, 34 for 2 cameos, but you know, if you don't have cameos, it's kind of rough to combo with this character. But right now, I think Chameleon is actually his best one, from what I've seen, because it gives him, you know, J-Glaive neutral, gives him glow, also gives him throw combos. So with J-Glaive, obviously you get this. And bam. And then with fan lift, you get, you know, combo extensions. You also get a throw combo with fan lift. If you time it right, so you can do that. And so, you know, little 18% throw combo right there. You also get some cool meterless routes with fan lift. You can do this. That's for the 4th hit. And continue your combo. It's kind of a tight link. You get used to it the more you do it. So that's kind of a meterless route, what it would look like. As you see, the damage is only 33, so that's why I say his damage is decent. And this is having to use a lot of cameos. So if you don't have a cameo, or your cameo is on cooldown, you literally have no damage. Like you have to do this. I'm not even joking. That's your main combo. Like with this, that's all you can do. Same thing with this string. Obviously, if you have cameo at all, you can do, you know, you can do that. Oh. And then, yeah, that's basically his combo routes in a nutshell. If you want to spend the 2 bars, you can do the 4-3-3-4 string I showed. And extend the combos where you get kind of good damage. Yeah, that's 40 for 2 bars. When you get more optimal, you can maybe do like bam, bam, cancel, bam, 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 Melina, jump 2-2, ender again. So yeah, those are mainly his combos. Obviously with different cameos, I've seen people do combos with Scorpion. Janet gives him consistent throw combos. So cameos I've seen people are rocking is Chameleon. Definitely is probably his go-to right now. I've seen Serena's actually a pretty good one too. This gives him, since he doesn't really have combo routes, you know, he gets a good projectile here. Serena might be a decent one. I actually think Serena's probably a good one. You get, you know, combo routes, you get a projectile, you also get this, man. I forgot to mention 2-2 is a restand. I don't know why I forgot to mention that. This is a bit late. But yeah, 2-2 is a restand, so if you want to end your combos with a restand, 2-2 is a restand, -8, and then you can play a throw game. This is actually a very important thing that I forgot to mention, so maybe I'll put this in the comments. But yeah, with Serena you can do like bam bam bam. You just want to end a combo, 37% meterless. So Serena is actually a really good pick. I also think you can afford to spend 2 bars with this as well. So with this move, so you can do like yeah, and then yeah, like I said, you have this, you got that. I actually think Serena might be a really good pick for him. Now he does lose his armor launcher, so this is where you kind of give and take. You lose the armor launcher, but you do get a projectile. So it's really dependent on what you feel is best for you. Chameleon kind of gives him everything, which is why Chameleon is really good. Serena's really good. Scorpion gives him combos, as well as armor launcher as well. I've also seen Kano. Kano gives him jailing. Actually no, Jax is actually, yeah, Kano and Jax kind of do the same thing. With Kano you can jail this, so if I do bam bam bam, jail that, and that move I mentioned earlier, jail that as well. So pretty much everything jails with Kano. You also do get mirrorless combo routes, so you do this. Restand. You know. And then with Jax, the thing I forgot to mention about this move, the reflect, is when he's reflecting, he's considered projectile invulnerable. So Jax ground pound actually does not hit you. So if you want to play the Scorpion playstyle of just doing this, you actually could do this with Jax. Did you see Conan won't get hit? Now if I call Jax faster, see I don't get hit at all and I'm doing chip damage. Jax also gives you mirrorless combo routes. And I think you get armor launcher. Yeah, you kind of get armor launcher too. So Jax is not bad at all either. So yeah, those are the main cameos. I definitely top 3 right now is Chameleon, Serena, and Jax, in my opinion. But you know, it's still early. Character still definitely has a lot of options. So if you guys figure things out, definitely let me know. Yeah, that's pretty much the guide for Conan. Like I said, I know this was a different one because my voice is voice ain't voicing, but you know, like I said, I am getting better, so don't worry. The voice sounds worse than it is. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the guide. Like I said, to round it up, Conan is a footsie based character / strike throw. His whole purpose is to mix up his strings, grab you, just catch you moving. Literally just strike throw. Either grab you or hit you with a button. Yeah, that's pretty much. He's pretty bare bones. I can't lie. He was easy to figure. Like pretty much everyone figured him out in like 30 minutes. I didn't play him on release because I guess they knew I didn't really play the game because I was sick or keep in touch with anything. When I got on to try him out on stream, it was pretty bare bones. I kind of figured out everything with the character in like 20 minutes, obviously with chat helping, but yeah, he's pretty simple. But yeah, he's cool. Would I be playing him too much? I don't know. I'll play him for fun, but definitely not gonna be invested time into him. But I hope you guys enjoyed the guide. Appreciate y'all for watching always. I hope you're all doing well. And y'all have a great day. Stay safe, and I'll see y'all next video. Peace out, y'all.